Morning, everyone. So I'm about an hour early this morning, but that's life. Time is always one of those things that's hard to keep to. So I'm sure you can catch up if you're not here on time, but I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards for the week. How's everyone been going? It's been so cold here. It's just gone past the solstice, the longest nights, and we've had lots of fires and turning the heater on at last. It's been so freezing. So I hope you're warm wherever you are, and at this time that you're, using this opportunity of going within to dream into the new year. This time, like solstice time, the winter solstice is often seen as another opportunity for a whole new year. So it's a great time to reflect and look back on everything that's been happening over the last 6 months and looking into what seeds we're going to be planting for the next 6 months to really be taking shoot and blossoming over spring and summer. So just going to see what crystalline frequencies we're working with coming up this week. And very interesting. So I think we've had a lot of similar cards. The last 3 weeks, I think in a row, we've had Selenite. Selenite keeps on coming in. So, I'm definitely shuffling the cards here. So this is the stone of spiritual guidance. So that seems to be the continued message. And it does make sense. It makes sense because this is an inward time. This is a time to really deeply connect with the self. And the fact that it's come through again is like through connecting with yourself, we're connecting again with our inner guidance and our inner compass. Hey, Rosie, good to see you. So I've actually got a big bit of selenite right here. So I'm going to show you for those that don't know what it looks like. Okay, so this is a large bit of gypsum. Selenite crystals are actually more crystallized than this, but this is a piece that you'd find most commonly in your crystal stores if you go to. So as you can see, selenite grows in these like filaments that are like optical fibers. So the light, if I was to shine a torch in this end, it would actually light up this whole shaft. So this is what it looks like inside an electrical cable. So selenite has the ability to run vast amounts of lights through it. And that's why it's actually also so good for running information through the body. It's a really great thing to have selenite under your bed, just to help alignment with the spine, alignment of all the meridians of the body, and to help wash the light through. And the light, remember, is information. So the more we have movement of light through our body systems, through our internal channels, the more information we have running through us. So selenite is the beginning card of the week, opening to your inner guidance and the guidance that is all around you in all moments. Second card, so again, the second card is really where the deep work is, or the gift in this sequence, and we have emerald. So emerald is the card of spiritual healing. So I think at the end of last week we had selenite and another card that had what was that? I'll have to look back and have a look, but there's only a few that have the word spiritual in the front of it. So anytime we're doing this spirit work, it's deep work and it's really refined work. So again, it makes complete sense that this is the time to really do the inner work. And emerald is a stone of the heart. It's a green ray, and it's very much holds and has held the primary healing ray on the planet for a very long time. It's been like ruby, which I believe was in our last reading. Emerald's another one of the Council of Seven stones. So emerald is one of the most ancient stones that has worked with us and this planet, and specifically in the areas of deep healing. So healing happens on so many different levels, but particularly through the heart center, and emerald like ruby, also grows in a similar hexagonal lattice, which is also the shape of the heart chakra as well. So it's a really great time to really reflect in at what levels of self need attention and balance and healing. And if you think about the color green and how healing that is, like even just being somewhere where you can see green, like being in a forest, being in nature, going for walks where you can connect in with the green element, or even being swimming in the green ocean. I know it's freezing, but if you're a surfer out there and you've got your wetsuit on, being amongst that color is so healing. And the animal that connects with the emerald is the dolphin. So there's lots of dolphins about at the moment in the bay, and you know, you watch the dolphins play and it's just watching them, just connecting in with these beings is enough just to bring that lightness of heart and that joyfulness that does invoke this healing presence that happens naturally within the body. So we've had this really beautiful invitation to connect in with our guidance so we can go deep within our hearts and heal. And what comes out the other side of that is, oh, hey, Rhiannon, good to see you. And Kalia, yay! What comes out the other side is another card we've had a couple of weeks in a row as well, which is azurite, focus. So this is really a time to go within, to connect, to release what needs to be released, but really focus on what you're wanting to create. The focus stone I mentioned last week, it connects with the bees and how the bees will, you know, be moving around until they hone in on a flower, hone in on a source of nectar, a source where they can really go in and drink of that sweetness of life. So which areas in life do you need to focus on? And in this stillness, in this winter period, it's so great to reflect and to really see what areas need attention, what areas need healing. So that's actually a really interesting and beautiful card spreads. I'm able to center into my heart and release all that is causing discord in my life. And then from this point on, can focus on what is true and what is going to serve me. So that is the kind of, I guess, flavor of the week. And it's a really beautiful flavor to start with for sure. So who would like a card? Would you like me to pull you one, Rosie? I know Ros said you're after a card this week, so going to pull some for you guys. Kalia, Rhiannon. Okay. Okay, Rosie, we have Dioptase. Dioptase is the healing heart. So alongside emerald, these two work really beautiful together with deep heart healing. And Dioptase is, specific to the heart and specific to grief that can be stored there, especially when there's been a broken heart. And I love the three crystals I use specifically for deep, deep healing when someone's in need of healing, and it's all the green ray. I work with Dioptase, emerald, and malachite. Malachite specifically if there's pain. But these two, the emerald and the Dioptase, is about just the heart and really enveloping you in a beautiful green ray. So if you can, when you do your meditations or even when you wake up in the morning or at night, just imagine that you are surrounded in this bubble of green, this green energy, and just really call on the dolphins as well from the emerald to swim through your body. You know, visualization is a really powerful tool in healing, and I've used dolphins a lot, specifically if there is areas where there's stuck, like physical pain or emotional pain, and you can invite them to swim through that area. And if there's restriction in the chest or sadness or grief, just invite that playful dolphin energy to come and swim. And the animal for Dioptase is the otter. So I don't know if you've ever seen baby otters, but they're the cutest things ever, and they're enough to make anyone feel all warm and fuzzy in the heart. Oh, hey, Mum. There she is. Okay, beautiful. I'm glad you liked that one. Oh, me. Okay, great. Okay, Rhiannon, here's yours next. And Folsey, good to see you again. Okay, I've got to make this reading today a little shorter than usual. So I've got my beautiful mum visiting and we're off to go on an adventure together. So it seems to be a time when we're connecting in with families a lot more too, which is really beautiful. So Rhiannon, this one's for you. Did you get diamond last time? That is so weird. I'm sure you did. I really love how this works, but you remember the diamond, baby. You keep on shining your unique, beautiful self. And this is a whale card. We've got the whales coming in big time up and down the coast. So I think it's time for you to get your walking shoes on, Rhi, and go and check out the whales and connect in with them, because I'm sure they will have messages for you. And yeah, diamond is really about supercharging yourself and getting your light body activated and breathing all that energy in around you. So I think, yeah, getting out, let's do a walk this week for sure, and connecting with the whales. So Kalia, I'm going to get one for you too. Black tourmaline, beautiful. So black tourmaline is, that's interesting. So Kalia is another liquid crystal practitioner like myself, and she knows this is one in my name trinity. So this is something that is one of my areas of, I guess, expertise, you'd say. So, you know, all about black tourmaline and about how you can transmute any energies that are coming through. So a lot of the time, people think of protection. So the word on here is protection, and black tourmaline is one of the master protector stones, but it's not so much protection against or like reflective, like, oh gosh, I don't want to invite that energy in, so I'm going to put a reflective bubble around me. That's quite big in New Age kind of protection mechanisms. The whole concept of black tourmaline is it's very similar to this selenite. It's like optical cables. There's lots of long filaments that grows through tourmaline. And so they are able to carry vast quantities of light very rapidly and very fast. And black tourmaline, although it's a dark stone, it actually, I think I've said this many times before, the darker the stone, the more light it holds. So the ability to transmute and welcome all in, regardless of whether it's positive, negative, whatever you experience it to be able to welcome it all in, knowing that you can transmute it through that black tourmaline ray and that energy. So I like to visualize a column, or myself as a column of black tourmaline, and that blackness that really absorbs, takes it in, transmutes. It very much works with the mental sphere as well. So a lot of the time, and as Justin says, our teacher, the only thing we really need to be afraid of in this world is our own mind out of control. So it is our mind that creates thoughts, that creates emotions, that creates disease processes. So if we can capture the issues that are in our lives at the mental level before it really penetrates into something more sinister and more unmanageable, if we can capture these little negative thoughts that are self-deprivating or allowing an energy leak within your field, this is where then we get emotionally bogged down, and then it sort of like finds its way into the physicality. So being really clear of your mind and your thoughts at this time, and knowing that you have the ability to change them. So let's see, who else have we got here? Falsey, are you still on? Would you like a card? Mum, would you like a card? I'm sure you would. Joni, hi Joni. Okay, I have time for one more card, so whoever waves their hand at me first. Okay, Joni, just because you're new on here and I haven't seen you before, I'm going to pull you a card. So this one's for you, hun. Botswana agate, and we had that one last week too. This is bizarre. This is sort of 3 weeks running. We've had a lot of themes come through these cards and through the energies. So what's coming through now is going within. You know, it's winter time, so that's through the selenite, doing the inner work, focusing, transmuting any of the negative little thought forms that we have going on, And breathing, Botswana agate is the stone of breath. How can we bring more breath and consciousness into each and every moment? So, yeah, Joni, if you're interested as well, I spoke a little bit more at length, I think last week, about Botswana agate, but the way it grows is in long, sort of like you'll see slices that have rings and rings. So you imagine the way we breathe in these big cylindrical rings of energy, and then we breathe them in and we breathe them out. So the way the crystals form show how they move in our body, how our lungs exhale or inhale and then exhale, and how we oxygenate our body. So this is a stone of breath and meditation. And last but not least, yes, I'm going to do one for you, Fozzie, and then we'll leave it for next week. So okay, silver, beautiful. Silver, Fozzie, is the stone of the lunar path. Silver is considered quite a feminine stone, but it's the stone of communication, and also the stone of receptivity and receiving divine guidance as well. So often silver will turn up also before a baby will be born. So I don't know if there's anyone in your family or anyone you know that where there might be some little beings ready to come through. But even if that doesn't relate, silver in itself is a messenger stone. They say speech is silver, silence is golden. So the whole aspect and the way we communicate is a silver thing. So people will say, you know, having a silver tongue, or even the connection here with the animals. The animal connected with silver is a wolf. And the wolves are always howling at the moon, right? That they're using their vocal cords and they're looking up and they're communing with the sky, they're communing with the moon. And this is about the lunar path and connecting in with the cyclical nature of life, and the way that we're constantly in an ebb and flow. And if we keep the knowledge of this flow and knowing that there are ups and downs, and we're able to keep the communication flowing, then that's going to make life a lot more enjoyable. So I hope that was helpful for you guys today. And Joni, final exam tomorrow, very fitting, perfect. Keep breathing, honey. Yep, breath will get you through it all. And also just connecting in this Botswana agate with the silver. Before you speak, take a breath. It's always what can come, the guidance that can come. So this guidance that can come when you take a breath and then speak, it's the magic that can come through you as a vessel, as a channel of clarity and of focus and of healing, which are all the cards we've spoken about today, and all the crystal energies we've spoken about today, can be truly inspirational to all around you and for yourself in your own life. So much love to you all, and I can't wait to see you next week. Mwah!